All right, here we go. Time for the Sunday video, and we have a lot to talk about. So let's get to it. All right, so last week we talked about me going to California for a few days and watch my son graduate. So for those that don't see my Instagram and those that don't see my Facebook posts, my son John, aka Little Dude, the child you see crossing that two-rope bridge at the end of my videos, he graduated 2 days ago with honors, by the way. I was very proud of him. He's going off to bigger and better things. He wants to work first and see what the world has to offer. So all of you that supported him and me through all the years, it's like family. You guys were part of his life. And I appreciate all the good comments on Instagram and Facebook. And I showed it to him. He appreciates them as well. But for those that didn't see the Facebook or Instagram posts, here you go.
John Kelly. Shay Robleski.
All right, so where are we going from here? Okay, so I mentioned we'd do an overnighter, but the plane was delayed, and I'm running on absolutely zero sleep in the past like 2 days. So doing an overnighter out here would probably end up killing me. So we're going to forego that. I will do it next week because there's an idea of something I want to do, and I'm hoping that the equipment and I don't want to give it away, the items are here by then so I can take them out. I want to get into some more fishing next week as well. For a midweek video, I got a couple ideas on things that are so simple they're just completely stupid. That, I mean, there's companies that sell you stuff, but when you look at what's already there, it's like, wow, I could just buy that. Or I could just do that. So I want to approach it from that way. And what I mean by companies, it's not mom and pop shops somewhere. It's like Walmarts and actual stores are selling these items. And it's like, do I need to buy that? You know? But yeah, so we'll hit the midweek video hard next week. And then follow that up with a solo overnighter. Either way, if the items get here, we're still going to do a solo overnighter. So that brings me to the channel. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Now, some aren't going to like this, and it doesn't really matter to me because we're at that crossroads now where I've talked about it for 3 years. I worked for companies 6, 7, 8 years and pushed their items and showed them to you every single week without fail. To show you I do use them, and they are good items to buy. I no longer work for that company, but are they still good items to use? Yes, if you want to do it, get them. The question is, why don't I still promote those items? Well, if you work for Ford, you're not going to push Chevy. See how that works? And Ford's not going to push Chevy. So if that other company doesn't promote what I do, why am I going to promote what they do? Make sense? It's more of a competition type thing, even though it's not. It's absolutely not. It's me doing my own thing. That's why I push the items I push now, because it's separate from where I used to work at. Does that make sense? So when someone says, all he does is push gear. Well, every YouTuber on here that's affiliated with a company or works for a company or a school pushes gear. There are several owners of companies or schools that all they do weekly is push gear. Okay? So if I'm going to push my own gear that I make, that's actually a better thing in my opinion because I'm creating it myself versus pushing gear that was made in China and I slapped a logo on it. So I hope that clears that up, okay? It's not complaining about YouTube. It's watching it do this over the past 3 years to the point where I can't pay bills anymore. So I have two choices. Stop doing this completely, and then that ruins all of the fans that have followed me. There's a good 30 to 50,000 people who follow me weekly that won't miss a video regardless. So do I let all them down and just quit? Or do I figure out another way I can do this and pay my bills? And that's what I've done. And that's why moving forward, you're going to get between 2 to 4 overnighters per month. It's the input-output. If the input is 24 hours on site somewhere, going through all the motions, getting everything done, all the gear review and all the skills, and I get a whopping 40,000 views on it, I would have gotten 40,000 views on a midweek gear review video that I got done in 2 hours. So you see the difference? Now, I'd solely be doing this, the overnighters, for the legit fans, the 30 to 50,000 that we talked about, that have been with me since the beginning. So I'll still do that for you. And now for the fun part. What you just saw right there is the Corporals Corner bundle pack from Hardcore Hammers. Now, everything you saw right there is included in that pack. If you were to price it out individually, you're going to spend probably between $80 to $100 more. So you're saving minimum 80 bucks right off the bat. Let's go ahead and look at each item and check it out. Let's go ahead and kick this off with the Camp Companion by Hardcore Hammers. This represents the brainstorming between myself and Hardcore Hammers in May of last year. And I think it was February we finally dropped these. They've been flying off the shelves. They actually did pre-orders for a while, and then apparently last week the website crashed from all the traffic. So I appreciate everyone who's purchased one of these and everyone who's actually looking at them. Some of the quick features on here that make it unique is the pole. Most axes don't have a pole like this that's that large. It has a patented waffle cone design on it in the front there, so you can drive nails or tent stakes in. The waffle cone actually will grip the head of the nail and drive it in versus having it careen off or slip or slide, where most axes are just flush and they're smooth. This gives it that added grip, okay? On the front here, we opened up where their hatchets used to have a small groove in there as a nail puller or a screw puller. It's beveled. It's easier on your hand. You can choke up on it and do fine carving tasks. Let's say you have a piece of fat wood and you want to process it down. You can make those small shavings. Also, it doubles as a tent stake remover, okay? Moving on, the top part here is razor sharp, just like a 90-degree spine on the back of a knife, and you can scrape that against a ferrocerium rod and produce sparks, or use a piece of fat wood and process it as well. Now we're looking at 16 inches overall length with a 24-ounce head. It's made from 4140 steel. That's ordnance steel. So think of, you know, things that go boom, blow up ammo, things like that. 100% American made with a guarantee. And once I had this in my hand, I was sold. And it's been in my videos, and this is my #1 go-to. And that's the main focus of that bundle. Now, the next item. Hockey puck sharpener and a leather case for your belt. Now, the actual hockey puck is a dual grit, silicone carbide, and we're looking at 100 and 220. Along with that, you have your honing oil. So you just work it on there and get it to soak in, and then make the small circles on that bevel of that axe. And let me tell you, just doing that one time, and I did about 5 times on each side, this thing is razor sharp. Check this out. The next item inside of our bundle pack is the Hardcore Hammers Hardcore Tool Lube. This right here is a proprietary blend of natural ingredients, oils, and solvents that is food safe, and it is meant to penetrate the wood fibers as well as leather. So you can just mix it around with your finger, apply it to leather or apply it to the wood. Or if you have, let's say, a cloth, just get that all nice and soaked in there, and then just rub it across there, let it soak in, and then you can just wipe it right off. The third thing that it actually does here is it will penetrate and remove surface rust. And the last thing inside that bundle pack is the Hardcore Hammers belt loop holder. It's about 2.5 inches wide, so it's going to fit standard belts as well as those big web belts. It's going to hold the Camp Companion, your Survivalist hatchet, or one of those standard hammers. And the best part, like I said, if you get it now, you get it in time for Father's Day, and you're going to save between 70 and 80 bucks, just like that. So go to my video description box. You're going to see where it says Corporals Corner Bundle Pack. The link's right there. Click it and get her done. And that's what we're talking about right there. Perfection. In my opinion, it's the only popcorn that should exist. Catch you all in a few. The last thing on the list, we mentioned it for a couple weeks back to back now, and it's actually starting to get traction, and that is my involvement in Survival Mastery. I'm one of the upper echelon executives. We're going online in October. We're taking early signups. Yes, it's a paid platform, and we'll talk about my thoughts on that here in a minute. Now, imagine wrapping Patreon, YouTube, these online classrooms, an actual legit school, stores, online reference material, several instructors from YouTube, several instructors that are celebrity status from TV, that have been on numerous shows, documentaries, History Channel, Discovery Channel, things like that, taking all of their expertise and skills, putting them in one place, a one-stop shop. This has not been done, and it is currently being done. And you have a chance of being in it on the ground floor and having access to all the information. Currently, we're authorized to give a 20 to 50% discount for early signups. The Survival Mastery link will be in my video description box. Go there, check it out. Also, if you haven't already, follow us on Facebook, Survival Mastery, and Instagram, Survival Mastery. Tell them I sent you. Get there, get it done. This is something, again, that has not been done before, and I'm very excited about, where we can actually get in together at the ground level and build a kingdom unlike no other. Now, here's my take on a paid platform. My generation, you have to work for everything that you want to do in life. Vocational skill for a trade, college for a degree. You then take those skills and go do your career, okay? This other generations think things should be free. And unfortunately, it's filtering upward to where even boomers think that certain things should be free. I've heard a couple individuals say, well, I don't know why someone would pay for something when it's free on YouTube. That's a valid point. However, most that are saying that are creators who are being paid by YouTube. Some of those creators have Patreon accounts that are being paid from Patreon. Some of them that are saying it have paid schools that you got to spend money to go to. We'll go even further. Some of them have books that you have to pay for. Some of them have online businesses or stores. You got to pay for those items. And the last step, some of the people you're actually saying that have paid online schools. So if everything would be free and you can't believe that people would pay for content, why do you have revenue streams that individuals have to pay for? What it boils down to is one thing: money. Some of them are afraid that people will leave their paid platforms to go to Survival Mastery. Here's my take on that. Why do you have to leave? Why not have the benefits of both worlds? Why not see what it has to offer? And if it offers more, Learn more. Learn all you can while you can. And that's my take on paid platforms. Find one that works for you. If several work, go with several. End of the day, you have to make yourself happy. On that note, let's end this bad boy off. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found on 2 places. 1, my Amazon affiliate page, and 2, my Etsy store. Both links are found inside my description box. Now please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.